This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. It's the Rice Owls and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. About to put toe to leather and get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rice Owls offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So Florida Atlantic's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
From the gun on third down. Grabs it in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Brown will throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bernard. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. The run inside. It's Bernard. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Makes a man miss. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The option look. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run pitch by this defense. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll run the option. Pulls it again on the option. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Running inside, it's Bernard. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Messer. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. It'll be 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. On the move, it's Bernard. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Got room to work. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
On those 3rd and short, sometimes, man, they can stress you as a defense, right? Like, they put more speed on the field, so I kind of match that personnel and put more speed, but I got to be focused on that run, the physicality. You know they want to run the football, and they did not have success as this defense. Maybe I adjust and play a little bit more physical in the next 3rd down and short.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on! He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Owls have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Right on the money. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it, and he will score! Touchdown, Owls!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Brown will throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Got the first himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take off. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The kick is on its way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Garcia. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under fire. And the diving catch down the right side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. Past the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Owls come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. He makes the grab. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Maybe some room here. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Owls! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The option, he'll keep it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Finds his big tight end. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the 3rd quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside, it's Bernard. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up.
Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline. Touchdown, Owls! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll go right back to the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to power their way ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense has gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Owls have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Bernard. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game. Maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming, and they got him.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Caught. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And he'll be brought down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Flying down the right side. To the house. Touchdown, Rice. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Punts it out of the air. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He sacked. This defense all over it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 1st down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it.
Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. It's 1st down from the 11. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Owls! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the extra point was good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He'll get rid of it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Complete downfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity.